That's fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I hope you enjoyed the quality of the sound, and the video was incredible to me on my end, on the other side of the planet. And it is definitely better than the quality of YouTube itself. That's incredible. How do we do this? All right. I don't think you got what we just showed you, but I'm going to explain to you. That's why I'm going to explain. I'm going to break it down to you. What we got is a partnership with the leading events host, not only in the UAE, but all across the region. And we got this partnership where no one is allowed to get in this business. Why? Because it's exclusive for that organization since 2008, with the partnership with Dubai government. This is the representation of the entire country. I'm going to explain to you. In the 60s, my dad was in Dubai, in I think most of the Emirates. There are 7 Emirates there. And he told me all he saw is dust, camels, once in a while, desert, sand, storms here and there. There was no Burj Khalifa. There was no the Museum of the Future or these fancy skyscrapers and landmarks. There were no ONPASSIVE metro station. There were no ONPASSIVE. There were nothing of that back then. And today we know what is Dubai. Now, we can survey people what are their favorite destinations globally. You're going to have somebody who would say, I'd like to go to Thailand, I'd like to go to the Caribbean, it will fluctuate. But I think one destination everyone would agree on. It will be on the list, on the bucket list, on the wish list of everyone across the globe, no matter where they come from, and it's Dubai. So how did they go from a desert to now? So yeah, they got the oil era. It lasted a couple of decades, and they knew that's going to come to an end. Their preserved size of oil is going to somehow run out by 2006. So they had the vision, and they moved proactively to prepare what's going to happen next. So we're going to be wealthy for a while, and then we're going to use this wealth to have sustainable prosperity in the country. That's brain. So they didn't start working in 2006, obviously years ahead of that. What they focused on, how could we navigate the next thing, which was the real estate boom, build things up, would set new records globally, and would attract people here. So how could you make such a place attractive to every traveler across the globe? That's what they did. So if they know something, they know to prepare for the future, they know how to have a sustainable economy, they know how to work proactively, and they know how to attract travelers and tourists. So this is for now, as we know, they're no longer reliant on the oil. Still, millions of visitors go to Dubai and UAE in general, and the events and the connections and the global outlook, if you wish, all of that contributed to a wealthy economy, very strong economy, one of the richest on the planet. Safety, unbelievable. That's another element. All right. So by no means, when I'm talking about this model, this example of leadership, And this example of economy and business doing, I'm in no way talking about politics or other topics. I'm exclusively, merely talking about business vision. That's why I say all the time, they should be proud of that. Anyone who is Emirati should be very proud of that. Why? Because they turn nowhere to one of the most desired destinations on the planet. So for that, we applaud them for it, and we can learn a thing or two from them. Now, as of now, this is the lifeblood of their economy, and it enabled them to get in partnership with so many activities and sectors across the globe. Okay, uh, but they also know that you're not going to have 20 stories, floors, I mean, country. You're going to get to a point where it might get oversaturated as well. This will get to its capacity, right? What would be the next thing? AI and IT. That will never get oversaturated. This is not the future. This is now. This is the current and most needed value to the entire globe. So now they foresee that. So now here is where the link between uh, the, the leaders, the rulers of Dubai specifically, UAE, and ONPASSIVE vision. We're going in the same direction. We're going to use technology where we can generate income so we can monetize this to other sectors. I hope you get this. This is the start. How could you, they used oil, we're using technology. We made it from scratch, out of a thin air, if you wish. And now we're leading. This will enable us work on our dream. And our dream is not limited to Dubai. That's the difference. So now we're doing this globally. Bigger mission. And this partnership is not even open to anyone, no matter who they are. Remember, RTA and the, get the deal. It was not walk in the park. Same thing with the World Cup deal on Bean Street, Bean Sports, all right? So, and this was one of almost, from the surface, it seems impossible. Now, Professor Susan is a household brand. She's a brand by herself. I'm not going to tell you the details because we're fortunate to claim that as a company. She doesn't work to her brand because also she has the vision and the heart to understand she can utilize this power and her resources to accelerate the achievement of our vision in ONPASSIVE. She knows where we're going, and she knows she can contribute to that. Nothing about money. It's about the betterment of humanity, educating them, a better economy, better safety, empower women, all of that. And if she comes to your way and she asks you to do something, you better say no matter what she tells you. If she tells you, Hillier, I'm not gonna get there, but if she, whatever she tells you, you just do it. Okay? Nobody can tell her no. So we appreciate her and we appreciate her team in O Media and everything that is she done in this aspect. She's busy every day. Everybody wants to work with her and do partnership with her. So this was a successful, there's the best moments, and Dubai government, they monitor every event. Let me give you an example. When they opened the Royal Atlantis last month, there's the regular Atlantis and there's Royal Atlantis. It's one of the biggest resorts and hotel properties in Dubai, perhaps in the region, if not globally. One of the most expensive and lavish, luxurious places. I haven't been there, but we've seen pictures and videos, and we've seen the statistics. Now, on the opening night, they had Beyonce, the singer, for about 1 hour. She was paid 24 million, and her nightly rate was $100,000. 11,000 square feet, I believe, her wing or suite. It's incredible. So as you see, Dubai, oil, tourism, and the future would be AI. What is in between? ONPASSIVE. So we had to get into that deal. And now everything that you see in that sector, potentially, we're going to contribute it with our AI. We're only the first company that is building AI for the travel system slash all of the events. You know how much they generate revenue? I mean, I'm going to leave it to your imagination, but it's not 6 figures, it's not 7 figures, not 8 figures. It could go beyond that. Okay, let's do it. Hundreds of millions. Okay, it's nonstop. Anybody want to do or host an event, whether comedy shows, whether singers, or you name it, all types of entertainment. And that field alone could be our work. This is what they do full time, best moments. And ONPASSIVE now is their partner. That's how you grab authority from day one. Because no one could be even a possible candidate to the, or even a discussion would be, allowed to them. Not even possible. Not even a discussion. So for us to get this, and now the benefit is you're close, you're an advocate, and you are a partner to the leadership, to the government, to these pros and who they work with. Every celebrity, every star in the region, every singer. I haven't met a singer who has 29 fans or singles. I mean, we know they go by the millions in today's social media era. So millions here, tens of millions there, millions. The following can add up. And some of them, you might not know their names, but they're a big star in their country. I don't know many of them personally. But obviously, the numbers are there, and numbers don't lie. So every time there's an event, whether in Egypt, whether, in another country, in UAE, in Saudi Arabia, now they're opening up to this field. Not only the events are millions and tens of millions in revenue, but the following and the buzz. So this best moments, everything they advertise on a set of television channels, all the networks in the region. The stars also, they have their followers and fans on social media. And every time you're going to see a mention of this, ONPASSIVE, O-Media, sponsored by ONPASSIVE, O-Media, ONPASSIVE. Just like what we have in the cinema and the ice rink and all of that in Dubai Mall. This is exactly what's happening. See the vision? It's no longer you go and you put an ad in the newspaper and wait for somebody to call you and follow up with them. Is not it's, it's not the case now. All right, this is the new age, new era, and thanks to our vision and our recognition to the importance of AI in the early stages. And I think timing is absolutely perfect for us. So this will allow us also gain more momentum, more exposure in a good way, and of course authority and credibility, because you're dealing with the top of the top of the top of the top of the top. So if you are, you don't need anybody else to approve you in a way. You don't need validation from anyone else. So we got the the highest. This is who you could ask for. And for that, uh, and another way to understand, no matter what we put our heads into, we can do it. Just because we are, uh, with the right team and with the right talent. It's not an easy thing. You can try. You will never get this. You can never get this. No matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter how cute you are, it's not going to happen. Don't try it. Don't try it. You're just going to break your head. Okay? And there are so many partners that came from that. Let me give you an example. Like, for example, and this is already going on. So the ripple effect that you get out of this is unlimited. All right. I don't listen to the guy. I don't know him, but apparently he has tens of millions of fans, if not beyond that. He's one of the most famous people in the region there. And as you see on TV, big screens, including Burj Khalifa, the projection they had there. So they pile up, and every time you're going to see the ONPASSIVE logo. Brilliant, brilliant. So once again, thanks to Engineer Muhammad Kamal, thanks to Dr. and Professor Susan and the entire O Media for the hard work. It was an amazing event last month. It was great. It was one of the fancy places, lots of VIP, big profile. All of them, they came and they shook hands with them, took pictures, had a dinner. It's amazing. So now, for those who think is ONPASSIVE legit, is ONPASSIVE, is it there, is it, I mean, come on. I'm going to wait for that feature with Marty DeGarmo's account. So we're going to have exclusive one for you, okay? To address those not naysayers, non-censors, if you wish. So congratulations to all of us. Now, you may wonder, okay, what's in it for me? Yeah, you guys got a big deal. Okay, well, this will contribute to the marketing of ONPASSIVE, branding, and potentially, the technology is where, whether it's O-Booking or O-Connect, we're not going to mention what we will do with that tourism and travel deal, but I'm just going to leave it to your imagination. So when you're there and all these tens of millions of fans become your prospects, they could have the ability to watch a virtual concert at a, lick or 10% of the price, traveling, airfare, and lodging and all of that. They can slash that, and somebody, instead of going to Dubai or to going to Alexandria in Egypt, or, they could be somewhere in France or Germany or anywhere that they know these, or Morocco, you name it, and they just pay that little fee, and with our technology, they're able to do that. Now, how many people we're going to have in the ecosystem? Leave it to your exotic imagination. So enough of that. I hope you got the idea, but that's one from the many, many, many deals we've had so far in the last, couple of months, and some are still cooking, all of that. We'll share with you what we can, okay? We're not going to share with you everything, and not at once. Whenever it's the right timing and it's possible we'll share with you what you need to know. But I hope this will inspire you, that in any way uplift you, and that anything you can imagine is possible, is real. And we're technically a startup company, a unicorn before it's born.